Hi, this is Kelly at Kiss Looms, and I'm going to show you how to put your triangle loom easel together. So when you get your box, you're going to have 6 long pieces. 3 of them will have this groove cut in it. This one actually has 2 bolt holes here, but yours will actually only have 1 in about the center of the space. But there are grooves here. The other 3 pieces will have one with a straight end like this with 1 hole in it, and then we'll have 2 angled ends with a hole in it. These will be the top part of your triangle. They also have on the end here, they have a little eye screw in them, and again they only have 1 hole. So those are the top of your easel. These are the bottom legs of your easel to make it a floor easel. And then you will have 4 parts. 3 of them will be just straight rectangular pieces with 2 holes in the middle. The 4th one, you will actually, it'll have this little bit of a ledge in it, a little bit of a groove, if you can see that in the end. And this will be the top part that will be the top vertical bar, top horizontal bar that will hold your triangle loom in place. Okay? So the first thing that you need to do is attach the upper part of the legs to the lower part of the legs. So if you can see down at that end there, I've got them so that the rectangular one is in the middle and the 2 angled pieces are on either side. I've also got it so that my eye screws are all on the same side. So the first thing that I'm going to do, these eye screws are going to go to the center of your triangle. So we are going to attach the legs to the back. So we're going to set this piece into the groove on that piece. And like I said, you'll only have 1 screw here. In your screws, you've got some longer ones and you've got some shorter ones. The shorter ones are what you're going to use on your leg. So you're just going to put those screws in and then tighten it on the back using the little hex nuts, the ones that are flat that don't have the little wings on it, and you will tighten that down. And you will do that same thing with each of the legs, putting those in the slot and using these shorter screws to put it together. Alright, I'm going to pause for just a minute while I finish this last one. Okay, now we're going to set up the top part of the easel. So to do that, I want to have the 2 outside pieces with this eye screw facing up. And then I want to have the middle one with that eye screw facing down so that when I go to put the chain on it, those eye screws are all in the right place. So I'm going to put the bolt in here. Through each board, kind of letting these legs lay out in a triangular shape. And then I'm putting the hex nut on. Now this completes the top part of the easel. So what I'll do next is I'll set this standing up, and then we'll talk about how to assemble and attach the horizontal bars. Okay, we've got the easel standing up now and everything looks great. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to attach the chain. You'll notice it's 2 chains attached by a little J clip. The center J clip is going to go to the eye hook in the middle on the back. And then you're going to attach the other two to either side. And you don't have to stretch this all the way out, but you can. It'll keep those legs from splaying out if you're moving it around. The next thing we're going to look at is the horizontal bars. So you're going to grab two of the plain bars, not that one with the ledge, and you're going to grab the longer screws and the two wing nuts. You're going to take the two bars, sandwich in between either side here, and put the long bolt through. And then use those wing nuts in back. You don't need it too tight right now because you'll end up adjusting it for height. And that's part of why I put the wing nuts on this part, because you will be adjusting it more frequently. So I thought that would be a little bit easier. So I just got it tight enough that it will stay in place for now. And then you're going to take your next two. The plain board is going to go to the back. The one with the ledge is going to go to the front. I'm going to hold it this way. So you can see that lip is here. The flat lower portion is here. I'm going to turn it like that. And that's what will hug the top of your loom. Again, we're going to grab the two longer bolts. Put that through on either side. Grab the two wing nuts. And tighten that down. All right. So once those are in place, you can grab your triangle and I'll show you how to put it on to your easel. Okay, so now we're ready to put our easel on here. I've got the 2-foot easel and I'm just going to set it on here. And this is when you determine what height you want to be working at. So right now this would be a little bit low for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen these enough that I can adjust this. And really about where I've got that top one is pretty close to where I want it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this up. This lip here is going to hug the top of this loom. So I want to make sure it's good and tight on there. And then I'm tightening the back of the bottom one right now. Now I'm going to kind of push down on this top one till I get it everything secured and snug on both sides. And then I'm going to tighten that top one. Okay, so now my loom is securely on there, and as I weave on it and I'm pulling back and forth, it's not going to slide or anything like that. So no matter what size loom you're using, it's still going to go on there the same way. And this will fit the 2-foot up through the 5-foot loom. Another great thing about this easel is we put on these bottom legs. You can also leave it and not attach those so that you can use this on a tabletop. And I've actually added rubber feet to the bottom here so that it'll help it not to slide on a table. So whether you're using it as a full stand like this or whether you're using it on a table, it'll be a big help. You can also, if you're sitting in a chair, you can also lower this whole thing all the way down to here and be sitting at a chair and weaving on it that way. And it still works at a great height that way.